Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Change Your Heart podcast. I am here today with you to reintroduce the episode Frequency. This episode was with Stephanie. She's a French singer, a sound healer from France. And she reached out to me while I was recreating Change Your Heart. And she said she was so excited because she was recreating her image and what she wants to bring to the world. And it was so awesome because she was saying the same time that we met in Brazil 4 years ago, that it was the beginning of her mixing her spiritual journey with her work and with her singing and mixing them all together. And I felt in the same way that I'm trying to grab everything, all the lessons that I've learned in the past 5 years and bring it into this podcast and bring it into this Change Your Heart presence. And so I thought it's so relevant to play this episode again, to republish it, and to let you all know that we'll get back together with Stephanie and we'll create a new episode with this new energy and this new excitement that we have. But in this episode, there are so many cool things that we felt and we knew was the truth. But now we're manifesting these ideas, and now we're actually making something out of it, and just evolving. And it's so cool to look back sometimes and to see these cool things happen. So the momentum has started. I give you the episode Frequency, and I encourage you to reach out to Stephanie and to start a conversation with her. If she has a lot of music on SoundCloud, and she's on Facebook, so yeah, reach out if you like what you hear. And start a conversation, start collaborating, start creating, thinking of new ideas, new ways to just spread the love, spread the word to everyone. Enjoy the episode, and I look forward to seeing you on future podcasts. Ciao. We are the seekers of creativity and community. We work together, collaborating and uplifting each other to new heights. We are vulnerable and comfortable enough to get deep in our hearts. We understand there is abundance for all. We are fluid. We tell stories. We listen and we support. We shape and materialize our world into a safe place to explore. We are doing this together, all in our own way. We are your heart. My dear Stephanie.
Hello, Rex.
This is the Change Your Heart podcast. I am Rex, and we are with Stephanie today. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. It's quite an experience for me. It's the first time that I am sitting here, and I'm a little bit shy, but I will overcome this. I believe so.
So frequency came up.
Yeah, the word frequency, because this is this is talking about my sensitivity. My life is about, giving the sound, giving the vibration, and being aware of it, and being aware of what it brings into your consciousness. And so that's why I was thinking about the word frequency. I'm not a scientist, I'm just an artist. And talking about frequency is a very, very, very large topic. But I'm going to try to be as simple as I can. And I'm going to talk about the experience with crystal ball, the alchemy crystal balls, because they bear a very specific range of frequency. And the experience, the spiritual experience, was very incredible for me. Because, we're emotional beings, and we very much identify ourselves with emotion. And the emotion can be beautiful, incredible, but it also can be very, very negative and very drowning, very, difficult to handle. And with the crystal ball, I experienced another level of beingness, I would say. I was singing and I was listening to the crystal balls, and the connection with the spirit of the crystal balls was so intense that I had the feeling to really shift my way of relating to myself. Like I was not experiencing emotion anymore. I was not being emotional about the music I was experiencing. It was beyond the realm of emotion. It was like being in another dimension.
You're detaching from what we know as...
Exactly. I was very much detached from this emotional aspect that, that we have. And we think that we are human, we are emotional being, and we identify ourselves to this emotion. And especially as artists, we think that this is the only way we can relate to things, and it's not true. With the crystal balls, I experienced something extremely beautiful, but it was totally detached from emotion. And it was gorgeous. I felt so free, so huge, so uplifted. And my ego was gone. It's usually, yes.
Stepping back a little bit, as far as crystal balls, could you give me, I don't know much about it, but the different ones do the different frequencies or bring you to different places?
Well, it's a big question because, they all have different frequencies. I haven't really measured because I don't have any instrument to measure the frequency. But I believe this is very, very, very high frequency. It vibrates very, very, it's very quick. The crystal, they have this potential to vibrate through the cosmos, which means that the number of vibration per second is huge.
Can't even.
It's very, very, very huge. So when we actually work with crystals, we can emanate through the cosmos any kind of thoughts or feeling or that you want with the crystal. You can do very powerful meditation with crystal. And I know that according to the shape of the crystal, it brings a very specific frequency. And I'm not a specialist, but it has a deep, deep impact on our consciousness, definitely.
What I've seen is the different size ball for each chakra.
Yeah, some people, they use colors and different size according to chakras. But my experience with my friend Nicola, who has a beautiful collection of alchemy crystal balls, was much more simple than that. She just would play the crystal balls.
Mm-hmm.
And one specific crystal ball is called agua gold crystal balls. Agua gold, it's a crystal who has been heated to up to, I would say, 780 degrees, something like this. And they added piece of gold, like little flake of gold. And the crystal turned blue. And this crystal is very powerful. So the first time I heard this crystal ball, I felt so connected. It went straight through my solar plexus. And it was a real communion. And then I started to sing, and I had no control. It was full improvisation. I was half present to what was going on. I was just in this world, singing and following what the spirit of the crystal was telling me. And it was a huge experience.
How do you experience the spirit? How do you experience the alignment or the attachment to spirit when you're singing? Or do you sort of not examine it?
When I'm actually performing,
yes.
What do I experience?
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. First, I sit, and then I have an audience, and Nikolai's playing, and I have all this inner conversation. This is called, I would say, the ego, wondering how things are gonna be. Am I gonna be good enough? Am I, And then all of a sudden, the spirit of the crystal gets in me, and I totally forget all these personal questions. I'm in the midst, I'm in the full presence of what's going on. And I feel so free. And then I feel, this very, very powerful alignment. Like I feel I'm so tall, like I'm connected to my higher self right away, and to other level of consciousness. And I even get out of the emotional aspect of it, that can create so much drama. That even as a musician, when it's too emotional, the music is not that great.
Mm-hmm.
So I open myself and I let this very subtle energy flow through me. And I'm like an instrument. I don't control anything. I'm just, and then I'm very happy because I don't control anything.
Yeah. How beautiful.
And this is experience, I would call it the experience of love. And it's, I felt blessed to experience such a thing,
And you were telling us earlier how it's hard to do a performance because you'd only be in...
Yes, I exactly know what you're talking about. I was trained as a classical singer, and I was an opera singer. My career was very short because I traveled a lot, and I had to make choices in my life, and it was not about being an opera singer. I felt that my soul was not an opera singer, even though I had the voice for it. And because I was not too happy doing contests, working hard every day, trying to be so perfect, the best, and being so anxious about this technical perfection. And when I arrived here in Abadiania, I had to reframe the whole attitude and way of thinking about music and how I should perform. I had to let go of this because it was one more time connected to the ego, one more time connected to something that was not true about myself. So I decided that I would just do not prepare anything, but just sing what my heart tells me to sing. Then a specific vibration came through me, and I found out that people were so much more touched because I was not trying to be good. I was not trying to be the best. I was not trying to, and I was not afraid of being judged either. I was just so free, and something happened. So I cannot prepare a concert. It's too much pressure. I cannot, decide what I'm going to sing or decide how things are going to be. I cannot do that anymore. I just go to church, and people come in and to pray, and they sit and they listen to me. And whatever comes, whatever inspiration comes through me, I express it, whatever.
How free.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And of course, I can sing what I've learned, during my musical experience in the music conservatory. I've learned many, many pieces. So sometimes I can sing classical. I can sing mantras. I can sing Indian, Native American Indian songs. I can sing in Hebrew. It's an old, very old song.
Yeah.
It's whatever comes, and yeah.
Do you feel a connection to when the different styles of music come out? Do you feel a connection to past lives or to past
Very good
anything?
question. Yes, of course. Then I have this strong sensation since I'm very, very small that I had many incarnation as Native American Indian.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I started to learn how to sing Lakota, yeah, and it was very powerful. I felt like this was not a new world for me. It was just a recognition of something that I was very connected to. And so it awakened my Indian soul and gave me so much power also. So yeah, like I felt, it's like a superposition of time. We think about the past, but it's still here. There's no time. We're all like, all the past, it's all here. And even the past lives, what we experience, it's still in another dimension. It's still here, living through you. So when you can awaken this through music, this is perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, talking about frequencies, I have to share something. It's something that I discovered a few days ago, and I'm very happy I ran into this information, which is probably not new information for people who are sound healer and this probably read a lot about it. But it's a frequency, it's the note E. It's 528 hertz. And I found out that this frequency is called the frequency of love because biochemists who work with genetics found out that this very frequency, heals the DNA. When the DNA is not in very good shape, the DNA can be healed with this frequency.
Of course.
So it's wow, it's a very complex, beautiful, mysterious world, the world of frequencies.
When you just you said you just learned about it or just experienced it, how did it come up? How did
I wish I experienced it because when I sing, I never really know what kind of frequency I'm singing. And I would love to actually be able to measure the frequency I'm singing to reach this 528 and see how it feels like. So maybe I've sung it in my life, but I'm not aware of it.
Of course you have.
So I run into it on the web. I was just doing research. Sound healing is my field. I'm passionate by sound healing. But I don't want to get too technical about it because I want my mind to be free. I don't want to be too much framed into some,
trying to get that at every time and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's more about variety. It's more about hitting those different emotions, hitting those different spots when you are singing or even when we're talking.
Yeah.
Communicate the different frequencies. It's what was supposed to be said or what was supposed to be sung at that time for the audience or for the person you're talking to.
Exactly. I trust this inner wisdom, this intuitive wisdom that as an artist and I know what is right to sing, and I know that what's coming into people's heart is what they needed to receive, and it's healing and it's uplifting. I don't want to use the word healing. I'm getting a bit tired of the word healing.
Yes.
So I would say reconnection with our true essence. It's like we all have a divine soul, but we disconnect because we are trapped by the conditioning or the ignorance.
What a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah. So sound is one way. People have sensitivity to painting, knowing that colors have also a very, 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 very high level of frequency.
Yes.
So it's also very, very strong, very powerful. So yeah, that's and it's a pleasure when I can give light to someone, because then I feel like it's meaningful.
Of course.
It's meaningful to be alive when you can share this light.
Yeah.
And
It was sort of the same experience with creating this. The podcast was not stressing too much on what it was going to contain or what's going to happen or what's going to be said. Just the trust and the knowing that whatever is put out there, it was meant for somebody or something
exactly.
at that moment of time.
Exactly. Perfect synchronicity, the
beautiful.
perfect organization of life.
Yeah. I really like that with the love frequency and with the other frequencies, just having the variety. Just the variety is what it's all about. The same with the colors, the frequency in colors and things like that. It's all about variety and change and new and inspired.
Exactly. Exactly. It's all. So, and you see, as I'm talking to you, I observe also, because I'm talking about a topic that I love, that my energy level has shifted. I feel much better because I'm, talking about something that I really love. So that's what we should do every day when we feel down. It's like, okay, there's something I love. I want to talk about it. I want to share it.
How difficult is that though, when you wake up and you are in that mood and you are in that place and just forgetting that it would take 1 minute,
Yes.
1 minute to
Yes.
think about or to discuss or to draw or to just to think about could change your whole entire day.
Yes.
But I would rather go through half the day in this total pain or in this place before I go.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Yeah.
It's actually a choice. It's also a rooted habit. We wake up with a specific mood and we think it belongs to us. We think it's us. We think we have a problem, and so we hold on to it and we fight against it, and it's all illusion. We can just decide to be, no, it doesn't belong to me. I don't, whether it's coming from outside, whether, sometimes we collect so much during the night and energy which do not belong to us, but it's just, it's part of the collective, the collective mind, hanging in the air. And we call it the fourth dimension, this world of emotion and all this thing, that wants to trap us.
Yeah. Stephanie, could you talk about dreaming and nighttime? What frequency goes on there? What happens in our dreams, or where are we?
Oh, well, it's another amazing topic, and the world of dream is also very powerful in my life. We have so many different levels of dreams, and I believe, and I really believe that the dreams I have are mostly advice, like oracles.
Okay.
You see, when during the daytime I'm awake and I don't perceive quite exactly the truth about people or things. During the night, my subconscious will deliver something very important about this experience and show me the truth about what's going on. So I'm warned, or in the future, if something strange might happen to me, the dream warned me, gave me symbol. So it's through symbolism, but I have to know how to interpret it. And then the next day or a couple of days later, then the experience happens, and then I'm warned. I know.
Yeah.
I know that I shouldn't step here. Sometimes I do step.
Yes, of course.
You see,
Yeah.
I know it's not good, and I do it. So I haven't really solved that problem, but.
So you said you see it in symbols. Do you see it or hear it in sound? Do you see different lights, or what is the? It's different. Yes. During the dreams, or what you can remember of it in the morning, or.
I remember. Mostly, I remember my dream, and sometimes it's incredible because I even don't know how to differentiate the dream from my, from my daily life. Like when I'm awake, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes it's a continuum. I dream something,
Mm-hmm.
and the next day, you know, I wake up, and then the dream keeps going.
Yeah.
You see, it's connected.
Yeah, of course.
It's amazing, and I love it when it happens. It seems like I'm never really disconnected from the Great Spirit. It's always, whether I'm sleeping or not, it's always, you know, talking to me. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Do you integrate in the shower when you sing in the shower?
I never sing in the shower.
No?
Yeah. No, I never sing in the shower. But yeah, and the frequency of dreams, yeah, I know that there's some study, like neuroscientific, neuroacoustic has been studying a lot about, you know, the wave gamma, delta, beta, and they do specific healing sound to help people, you know, to relax or to enhance their intellectual activity or to get into, like, to reach the paradoxal level of when when you sleep, you have different stage, and the fifth stage, it's the deepest one. It's called the paradoxal dream, and it's where your body rests and is in such deep relaxation, and you can really recharge yourself, and you know, this is a. So I know there's different frequency according to the level of.
While you're
Yeah.
while you're awake, and you need to relax or feel grounded, where do you enjoy to go? Where do you enjoy going?
When I need to feel grounded,
Yeah.
I like to connect with nature
Mm-hmm.
because I feel safe with the vegetal trees. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that that's at a different frequency, or do you feel what do you consider grounding?
What I consider grounding, I could talk about sound also, or
Mm-hmm.
like the very, very low rhythm, rhythm, the low sound, very low range of the sound and rhythm
Mm-hmm.
can be very grounding, talking about sound and music,
Mm-hmm.
like being in, feeling the body, feeling the third dimension, feeling the flesh, feeling this temple we have, and yeah, this is very important. So working with the element, the earth, the water, yeah, the air, the fire, all those elements are very, very grounding for me. Yeah.
What's interesting is I sort of feel grounded, or I feel I could just picture downtown San Francisco, like a busy city, walking down the street, and for some reason I feel grounded there. I guess integrated in a way. Is that different?
No, no.
No.
If you feel very connected to this land, and then you're walking and you feel like very connected to the energy of the earth, whether it's in a city or in nature, good for you. Good for you. I've never been to San Francisco. It's a dream though.
It is. It's very
I'm
beautiful.
sure it's beautiful.
It's out of this world.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, the grounding. It's very important talking about grounding because in the spiritual world, people always want to transcend. They always want to experience powerful things. They always want to feel like they have to awake to some powerful energy to understand the truth about life.
Yeah.
And my experience is that when I am really in my body, this is where I feel the most powerful.
Integrating.
Being very grounded.
Yeah.
Being accepting this third dimension that is part of the whole plan, the cosmic plan.
Your
It's not the
experience.
bad one, something that needs to be, transcended so we feel, lighter. No, I do not believe this anymore.
Yeah. I feel a little pain when you talk about that, or when you experience it. What was it? Was it because your experience in France, or was it because your? Well,
Interesting. When I talk about this, you feel pain
yeah.
in me. That's thank you to share this. Very interesting. Yeah, I have to look at it. Definitely, the incarnation is a challenge for me, and yeah, I need to look at this.
Accepting the
Yeah.
third, accepting
Exactly. Yeah.
accepting
Yeah.
and integrating more.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Because
I didn't mean to go there, sorry.
no, but you did, and that's perfect. Yeah, it's really, it means that there's still like something in me that really needs to accept more and integrate more this body
Mm-hmm.
and this life in this dimension as well. Yeah, yeah. It's so
Yeah.
much going on.
Do you think it has to do with your needing to be, especially with your music, just being in the perfect place at the perfect time to be able to sing or to do that, and integrating that into everyday things? Or was that too far out there? That was too far out there. Um, being more spontaneous.
Yeah, being more spontaneous.
Yeah.
So I'm reviewing your question to make sure that I really understood where you want to go. You asked me if I need to be in a specific place or a specific state of mind to be able to perform and feel spontaneous, or
Mm-hmm.
do I would say yeah, because I'm not a machine. We're not a machine, and we're highly sensitive people, and we need to feel safe. We need to feel connected. We need to, especially artists, we need to feel really good
Mm-hmm.
to perform. I need to feel this connection. Each time I didn't feel like a good connection with the higher frequency, or I would say the source. I dare to say
Yeah.
the source.
Yeah.
And when I do perform and I know I'm very tired and I'm not, it can be really so, and I'm not happy with myself. And I don't think it's connected to my ego. It's just because I have this sense that I have not expressed this gift. I have not expressed what I should express. So yeah, I need to feel really good.
Yeah.
It's very important. Yeah.
Of course. I feel in a way we're opposite. It feels like I'm more in a let's just use dimension for a second, but I don't really even understand it, but I feel like I'm more at a third, and it's difficult for me to go outside the box type of thing. And it seems like you're sort of outside the box, and it's difficult to integrate with the third. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense very well. Yeah. That's lucky you. But it's
Well,
not so. It's
well, I say lucky you, so
so.
so touche.
Exactly. I would say that my work, if I could find another word, but that's the only word that comes up. My work is to really bring the spirit into matter, the sky into the earth, and sometimes I'm for Maya I am the wind. Maya astrology.
Mm-hmm.
I am the wind. I transmit the spirit, the breath. I'm like the wind, really.
Beautiful.
I'm like the wind, and the wind, you cannot catch the wind. You cannot catch the wind. So imagine the wind having to stay in one body. It's a pain, and the reason why I sing, it's because I can fly. I can be the wind one more time. And if I don't do that, I die.
Beautiful. Incredible.
that's the yeah. So for you, art might be might be also very good medium for you to to reach the sky,
Mm-hmm.
because I can see that you have a very powerful insight that can connect you to your higher self. So
Thank you so much.
it shouldn't be a problem. you see, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, art is good.
Yeah.
Any kind of art.
What is the frequency of wind?
Oh my God, the frequency of wind. I think it's the wind. It's like a voice. It has many frequencies. any kind of frequencies. The wind blows, and it can blow so powerful, and it can be so sharp, and it can be so low. It's also very playful. Playful. Yeah, the wind. Sometimes the wind, it comes into your house and slam the door, or all the papers are flying around, and they keep, and you pick them up, and then the wind again does it, and you have to let go. Sometimes the wind is just very playful and very powerful. Indians, native Indians, thinks it's a great wisdom. It's a very, very beautiful being through the wind, talking to human beings.
Yeah. What do you do to play?
To play.
To play, to have fun, to enjoy.
I don't organize things. I don't know why I don't plan anything.
Yeah.
I am not this person who will plan things and then, do it. It comes or it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And some evening, it's the energy is here, and then I sing. Like, by example, I've been doing chanting in a Buddhist house.
Mm-hmm.
And after after the meditation, I feel very, very centered and filled with such beautiful loving energies, and then I sing, and I'm having lots of fun just transmitting through my voice and through the sound the energy I received.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it's like channeling a frequency.
Of course.
Or many frequencies.
Yeah.
Channeling, yeah.
Do you feel once you feel that connection, and once you, is it for an extended amount of time? Do you feel like you bring that vibration, bring that frequency to the conversations you have later?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that if I'm connected to a specific frequency or a specific energy, I will, through my voice,
Mm-hmm.
transmit it. And different spirit also.
Yeah. For an extended amount of time as well, not just for that moment or just...
It could be for that moment,
Mm-hmm.
or it could last a few days.
Yeah.
And then if I'm impregnated by another energy, another spirit, then I give it. I share it. But it's not me deciding. It's like an impulsion. You're talking about spontaneity?
I can't.
Spontaneity? Yeah, this is the right word in English. Yeah. When you're like being spontaneous, you're being true.
Mm-hmm.
You're just following the flow, and this is right. And then you're not bored with yourself because you're following, the flow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all natural. It's beautiful. I don't know why I don't do that every day. But yes.
Is the wind attracted to... Are you attracted to flying? Are you attracted to water? Are you attracted to mountains?
I'm very attracted to mountains.
Mm-hmm. Just the size and the strength and
the power.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's such a strong power. I love the water, but yeah, the mountain has give me a sensation of great freedom and power. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the mountain talks to me. Yeah, much more than just going to the beach or sitting next to a river. It's all nice, but the mountains, yeah, much more.
Where you normally live in France, is it near the mountains?
No. No, I haven't. I mean, I've been living in Amazonia for many years.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have really the mountain, but the forest. And
Yeah.
I'm also very, very sensitive to the spirit of the forest. I feel safe in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. And I've experienced incredible things in the forest also. As a medium, yeah. Because it's very, very inhabited,
Yeah.
It's very dense world. It's not just the spirit of the trees. There are many beings.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So the forest, yeah, very uplifting.
Beautiful frequency. Do you have anything else
To say about frequency?
Yes.
One message
Yes.
about frequency. Frequency, it's very interesting because it's like a game. Whatever frequency we decide to be in touch with, we have the choice to decide in which frequency we want to be. And according to this frequency, the whole range of perception will shift. So if we're in a low frequency, we will perceive the world connected to this frequency. If we decide to shift the frequency to higher frequency, then the perception is much more subtle. And it's so much more subtle that we see light beings, we see things that were invisible before.
Mm-hmm.
And so nothing is invisible. It's just related to the level of frequency we're in. And if your frequency goes higher and higher and higher, which means, like the number of vibration per second goes up, then you empower yourself, and you see the multidimensional level in which every human being is. And this is powerful. And then it makes sense, life makes sense when you really, play with this.
Your vision gets clearer. It gets more and more pixels, and it just becomes more defined and more...
Exactly. Because,
perception.
so frequency, it's like in the core of life, since we are, in the world of vibration, everything vibrates.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to learn this, how to vibrate correctly, to be in touch with the life we want to have.
And even being in touch with the different frequencies, just knowing that you can go to the top one whenever you want.
Yeah, and changes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this is the game. We can't stay all the time even in the same level of consciousness. We go up and down. We, even beautiful light beings, I believe, they go into darkness, to experience, to help, to enlighten, or... Yeah, it's up and down. So it's a big mystery, but I'm not afraid of the lower frequency.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of life. It's as a whole, so it's okay.
Of course.
Yeah, so of course the healing frequencies, 528 hertz.
I'll remember that number.
Yeah, there are many other numbers that creates a specific state of mind or give you a specific healing, and you can find all this on internet, and I don't think it's very useful for me to talk about things that everybody can read somewhere.
We need to find you a machine to measure all the frequencies of when you...
This would be so wonderful.
Something you can keep in your purse so you can just pull it out at any time when you're feeling inspired.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That would be nice. Yeah, to have like also a recording studio where I could just do improvisation, because I haven't been recording myself for so long, and sometimes I think that maybe I should share more.
I hope this is an introduction or a motivation, or it pushes you to do that more.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, you're giving me the energy.
Thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for inviting me and giving me the space to be fully myself, and to express whatever I needed to express.
How wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next episode at Change Your Heart Podcast.